Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. It's your girl Kizzy. And here we are, first Tuesday of 2025. How y'all doing? I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get on up in here. In the meantime, get up, get your cup, drink responsibly. If you can't drink responsibly, don't drink at all. So here we are. Here we are. Let me get what I need before we start this episode. Uh, I got it. Right here. I got it. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Happy New Year. It is January 7th, the first Tuesday of the month. And here we are again with another episode of Conversations with Kizzy, presented by Men Ain't Menin. It's a shame that I'm still saying that. But this what we doing. Tonight's episode should be interesting. Y'all gonna get a little bit of sermon and a little bit of everything else. Yeah, I'm still sipping my cup. Ooh, straight no chaser. I don't normally do that, but I was out of ginger ale. That ain't gonna stop me from telling y'all this word tonight. And with good reason, um, am I speaking on this because it is necessary. So I'm gonna give everybody a minute to get in here. I'll give y'all a couple of updates. Okay, so until folks enter the room, let me go to the comments because Lord have mercy. Y'all know how I be doing. I just be like, sometimes I forget to look at them. This is the first show that I've had since December 17th. Of course, I was Christmas and then New Year's. My eye itching. This one, no, yeah, this one. This is the one that I showed y'all the video of. I still got a little bump on my eye from my sty, ingrown hairs. I don't like it. But anyway, updates. Men ain't men ain't got no updates. Conversation with Kizzy doesn't really have any updates. We're still doing what we do. We're still doing what we do. Chester will not be here tonight. Today is Chester's birthday. So I want to give Chester a shout out. Happy birthday, Prince of the South. Facebook told me it was yesterday, but it's okay. It's today. So y'all make sure y'all go and wish Chester a happy birthday. So he won't be joining us tonight for the first Tuesday of the year, the first Tuesday of the month. He won't be joining us tonight, which is fine. We'll get his opinion on this later. Today's topic is Ephesians chapter 5. Why am I talking about this? I'm gonna tell y'all why. I love a man who reads his Bible. I do. I love a man even more who reads his Bible in its entirety. I have found that some men only tend to, if they read it at all, and if they haven't read it, they heard it from somebody about a Proverbs 31 woman. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what these Bible verses say. So no matter what religion you are, if you are looking at the Bible, it gives the exact same message, just maybe a different use of words. So it applies. Okay. How did I come to this? Okay, y'all know I always tell y'all about a conversation that I have sometimes or I've had in the past with certain individuals, men that I've dated who have tried to quote the Bible to me about what a woman should be. What I have also found is that those men have never bothered to read the Bible to see what it says a man should be in a marriage. But this is my own personal opinion. So you ain't got to do nothing with it. You kind of have to start practicing to be a certain type of way before you get married. You can't be a homemonger today and then up and say, okay, I want to get married without putting in the work or even knowing if you are in a position to even have the mental capacity to be faithful to somebody. So, I remember having a conversation. This was not that long ago. And dude was just carrying on about what I don't do and this, that, and the third, and this. And I'm okay with the conversation because I don't do those things. And the minute that he finished, I was like, dude, I don't do those things because you don't provide, profess, or protect. when you are able to do those 3 things, you'll get what you asking for. But until then, my boy, you're gonna get what you get, and which is reciprocation. Period. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what Proverbs 31 is, because this is the goal for most men. They want a submissive woman. They want a woman according to Proverbs 31. I'm gonna read it to y'all. Hold on, god dang it. I just pulled it up. Oh, yeah, that was the wrong number. Typo. All right. So, in case y'all didn't know, Proverbs 31 in the Bible is the chapter of the Bible that describes a virtuous woman who is devoted to God. Okay. That's what Proverbs 31 talks about. How she works with eager hands, bringing food from afar, providing for her family. She's generous and things of that nature. She's wise, she's praised. All of that great stuff is what it says in the Bible. I'm gonna read it to you. Let me go see. Do I want King James version or not? I'm don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it as soon as I find one. Look, I got the other one open. All right, here we go. Proverbs 31 is the 31st and final chapter of the book of Proverbs, by the way. In the Old Testament and the Christian Bible, verses 1 to 9 present the advice which King Lemon's mother gave to him about how a just king should reign. The rest of the verses um, talk about the attributes of a good wife or an ideal woman. And this is where, men say women are supposed to be submissive. She has to do what I say. I'm the man of the house. Da 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 da. A lot of them don't understand that the Bible tells them that they have to submit to the woman too. And that's over their head. they think they obviously think submission means that they are the weaker vessel. And that's not what that means. Basically, that means if you want her to listen to you, you got to listen to her. You want her to respect you and treat you like a particular way, but you got to be able to do the same. And it is truly about reciprocation, but sometimes that reciprocation comes off in a different action, not necessarily the same action. And these lunatics running around, "Oh, I want me, I want a dick, I want a Proverbs 31 woman." That's cool. Can you be an Ephesians 5 man? I just had this conversation. I've asked, go read Ephesians chapter 5. Start on verse 21, verse 25. Pick one. Just read it so you'll understand what you want to be. Because this virtuous woman that you want, Proverbs 31 is this woman that you're supposed to go, that you want to be with, that you want to make your wife. But you got to learn how to be an Ephesians 5 man in order to get that Proverbs 31 woman. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. So we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about a Proverbs 31 woman and a Ephesians 5 man. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and get the King James version. That's what we going to do. The words of King Lim, it didn't went away. All right. So what does it say in Proverbs 31? Again, the first 9 chapters talk about the prophecy that King Lemuel's, whatever, I can't say his name. His mother taught him, okay, of how to be a king. But starting on verse 10, it clearly says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." She priceless. It's far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. No need of spoil. no need. No need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. See, they want this woman, but they got to understand it's another part to this. So picking and choosing parts of the Bible. If you're gonna come to me with it anyway, if you're gonna come to me with it, you can't pick and choose the part of the Bible that applies to your current situation if you're not gonna look at the rest that applies to your current situation. And I done had this conversation. When I tell you I have had this conversation, which is the whole reason why I'm doing this damn episode, is because I've had this conversation a multitude of times with men. And I would like to consider them God fearing men. I would. But then I would like to consider them that. But when you only are looking at what a woman is supposed to do as a man, then there's a problem with that because that tells me that you're not looking at what you should be doing as a man. So when I have these conversations, y'all, and they come at me with what this the Bible says the woman should this, that, and the third, I never disagree. I always agree. I never have an argument. I ain't got no rebuttals. And I be like, I agree. However, what verse tells you what you should be doing? At least tell me something that the Bible told you that you should be doing as a man, because it appears to me that you've only studied the verses about a virtuous woman. Okay? Because First Corinthians chapter 13 talk about that love that you find. See, it's all in the Bible. But you got to be able to do what is necessary to get what they speak of. I'm only speaking on this, y'all, because I deal with men who practice a particular faith. They're Christian based, and they always want to tell me about the Bible. And then when I have to quote them the complementary verse from the Bible to what they're saying, it's an issue. They don't want to hear that. So I figured I'm gonna say it loud and clear, so they ain't got to hear it. Y'all can hear it. They'll watch. I'm sure they'll watch. But it says a lot. Let me see. She laid that. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengthening her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spittle, and her hands hold the distaff. The stretch out, the stretches out of her hand to the poor. She reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She's taking care of home. That's not Proverbs 31 that oh, I want a virtuous woman. I want me a Proverbs 31 woman. Oh, dude told me that and I laughed so hard at him. How can you possibly expect to have a Proverbs 31 woman when you're not being a Ephesians chapter 5 man? Yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell y'all what that say too. Okay? Just so y'all know. Let's see what else is saying Proverbs 31. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he seateth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to ways her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Listen, now I'm guilty of this. Okay. She opened her mouth with wisdom. Yes, I do that. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. Nah, it ain't not kind. But it's kind if you coming at me kindly, then it is kindness that you get in return. But if you coming at me sideways, you're not gonna get that. I'm sorry. If you disrespect me, I'm obligated to tell you, hey, that was disrespectful. But if you continue to do so, then in my mind, I'm obligated to disrespect you back, separate myself from you if need be. But you not going to talk crazy to me and try to quote the Bible to me when you only want to quote the part that tells you about how a woman should be. We're not doing that. She looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children are rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. So if she's doing all these good deeds for you, brothers, y'all need to be like, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it, ma'am. And that men who are currently married do this for the most part. The married people I know. No, everybody, nobody's marriage is perfect, but at least honor that wife, honor that husband. That's basically what that's saying in a nutshell, at least one part of it. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellent them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Women have been doing this for many, many years. I literally just read a post and I lost it because I was going to share it with y'all. And that's Proverbs 31. I ain't got no argument with that. My argument is a lot of men want this, but they don't read the complementary chapters to tell them How to be a man. Y'all see that behind me? What it say? Well, let me move. Men ain't men. It says that for a reason. I don't think people don't be knowing I be knowing the Bible because I grew up in the church. I read the Bible. I've read it multiple times. I know what it say. I can quote verses. It's a I should have been a preacher, but God had other plans. So Proverbs 31, because I mean I've been told, y'all that's strong. Ain't got no chase. It's just some Remy and a squeeze of lime juice and some ice. Ooh, got a little kick. But anyway, I have been hearing about this Proverbs 31 woman for a minute. And as I was telling y'all, we was having this conversation and he kept saying, going on and on about what you don't do and what you don't add. Baby, I can't pour in a cup that ain't pouring into me. So all you want to do is date, then that's all we're going to do is date. If that's all you want to do. If you want to be serious, you got to kind of start showing me the seriousness of it, which means stop quoting the Bible to me about what a woman should be. I don't care if you think I'm meeting a particular standard, but the reason I ain't doing it is because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing either. So when you get serious about it, then I'll get serious about it. But until then, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Period. I wish he would though. Anyway, the whole point of me going over the Proverbs 31 is so I can slide right on over to Ephesians chapter 5. Honey, you ain't got to hold on, chapter 5. All right, so in order to start, you got to start being this before you get married. You can't wait until you get married to become an Ephesians 5 man. You have to be that well before you become a married man. You got to start practicing being an Ephesians 5 man in the beginning. So, y'all get your Bibles out. Go to Ephesians chapter 5. We going down to verse 21. Yeah, I was not playing because I'm like, I am so sick and tired of me hearing men say, oh, I want an independent woman. Then you don't want a woman because a woman that's independent is independent because she didn't have a choice. So if you want an independent woman, you're not coming in to make her a Proverbs 31 woman. You're coming in because you feel like she's doing everything by herself. You don't need to do anything else. It's supposed to be able to no, that's not how it works. It's supposed to be a team effort. If she's making your life easier, your job is to make her life easier. If you want her to support you, then you definitely have to support her. So when things go left in anybody's life, yours or hers, you got to have some type of support system. And a lot of the times I've heard somebody tell me, "Why can't you be more independent?" And I am. The problem is independence is never what God intended for me to be as a woman. He intended for me to be dependent because you keep screaming about this Proverb 31 woman you won't. When you won't listen to her wiseness, you want to make all the decisions without consulting her. You want to make decisions for her on her behalf, regardless of how it is going to affect her. A Proverbs 31 woman, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to communicate and talk to her. You still got to talk, you still got to communicate. If you get that Proverbs 31 woman, you want to keep her. Okay? God gave me a mouth, gave you a mouth. He gave it to us to be able to communicate. Communication does not consist of only listening. Communication consists of you talk, they listen. They talk, you listen. And listen for comprehension. Don't listen to respond. I hate that. I'm talking to you, and instead of you hearing what I'm saying, you're getting offended because I'm expressing myself. Fellas, it's okay to communicate. It's okay to tell somebody how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. You should. But at the same time, be accountable for how you're feeling and how you got to those feelings. Let's dive into Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21. That's where we're going to start at. I think that's the one I want to start at. Oh, yes, honey, it is. All right. So, speaking of submission, oh, why she can't submit? Why she can't submit? Why you can't submit, brother? I don't care what color you are. Why you can't submit? because what you're supposed to be doing, according to Ephesians chapter 5, starting at verse 21, submitting yourselves to one another in the fear of God. So when y'all go to talking about submission, you got to be able to submit to each other because how in the hell are you going to make each other happy if you don't? You got to be able to be wise enough to listen to the woman that you're dealing with. Sis, you got to be wise enough to close your mouth when that man talking. If he's not making sense, let him not make sense. You may have to pick another time to convey your message because that's how I often have to do. In the heat of the moment, sometimes it's best to step back or step away and then revisit that conversation because I have done that plenty of times just so it doesn't escalate into anything further. But chapter 5, verse 21, submitting yourselves one to another. That means we both got to submit. So both of us are submitting. So both there's some submission for us both in the fear of God. Wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, verse 25. Love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So love your wife just like God loved the wife, and give yourself like Christ gave himself for the church. That's submission, just so you know. Just to clear up a few things for the confused and the non-compelled. That's submission. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Holy and without blemish mean keep it in your pants. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. If you're not able to love her like this before you marry her, you're not going to be able to do it when you marry her. So you can't wait to become a husband to be this way. You have to be in practice before you get there. So that when you get there, you get that Proverbs 31 because you're giving her an Ephesians 5. Get into it. I ain't done yet. Let's keep going. All right. So, for no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, even as the Lord of the church. So if you don't, you supposed to love her like you love yourself. You don't hate yourself. So why a lot of you men running around acting like you hate women, with the exception of you only wanting to screw. Y'all hear what I'm saying to y'all? Okay. I told y'all was gonna get a little sermon, a little hood. You know, a little bit of I'm dropping sermons all 2025. I ain't got time. Argue with God. Go argue with Jesus. Go pick the Bible up and read it if you think I don't know what I'm talking about. And they got basic dumbed down Bibles, y'all. They got them. They got those Bibles that you can get and put things into layman terms. So you ain't gotta hear speaketh of. You can read it like you talk. All right, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself. And the wife see that she rever- and the wife see that she reverence her husband. Now, let me break it down for y'all. In my age group, I know some single men who always scream they want a wife, they want a wife, they want a wife, they want a Proverbs 31 woman, but they still want to have bitches on the side. Yeah, I said it. They still want to be skirting along and doing all this other stuff, but they're demanding the one woman that they claim they want to be with to be a Proverbs 31 woman when he ain't giving her an Ephesians chapter 5 man. Y'all write this down. Ephesians chapter 5, starting on verse 21. You can stop on 29 if you want to. You can take it all the way down to 33. It's up to you. But fellas, please read it. Love her like the Lord loved the church. You didn't love her like you love yourself. That has to happen before you marry her. That's things like that make you get down on one knee and propose. But you got to already be there. You can't wait to say, okay, I'm ready to get married, but I'm not ready to give up the ways of the world. I don't have a problem being a Proverbs 31 wife. I done been there. I done that. I have a problem finding an Ephesians 5 man. I have a problem finding a man who's willing to actually go to the Bible and read on how he's supposed to love a Proverbs 31 woman or how he gets a Proverbs 31 woman. I ain't got time. I'm done playing with y'all. And I love when a man tell me about the Bible. What? Oh, that's the only verse you know? Well, go read this. And I just recently did that. He won't read it. Oh, y'all, that read me strong. You right there, VP? You gonna take me out? Hit me up, Virgil. I'll let you take me out on a date. We can go out as old friends since I actually know you. But I just want you, Dennis. Exactly. It's like, why do you need the drama of having more than one? Because guess what? It's gonna be drama. Hey, Miss Patterson. Hey, babe. One of my ambassadors just stepped in the room. You know that word, Virgil? Am I lying to him? Ain't nothing wrong with wanting a Proverbs 31 woman. You just got to prepare yourself to receive it. And you can't wait till ready to get it. You got to start. It's like practice. It's like anything else that you got to do. You got to learn it, or and then you got to practice it, and you got to want it. You know what I'm saying? You got to want it. You got to look. You got to be God fearing and understand your position and what your role is as a man. I wish I could have kept the post. I literally just had it. And it was talking about, and I talk about this all the time, how women have been forced into masculinity. And it's because men have chosen the weaker, lesser route of leaning more into their femininity. And so, like I keep telling y'all, I was never a part of the Me Too movement. No, God damn it, no. Ain't no Me Too. I don't want to be masculine in any way, shape, or form. I want to be a passenger princess all the time. I want my door open. Comments. Yeah, I'ma always keep it 21. I'ma always be myself. She said, "I see you got that Remy speaking that good word, that God word tonight." Exactly. Like I told him, God knew me before I knew me. God knew me before you knew me. God knew that I was gonna sit here tonight and have a sermon and sip my Remy. God didn't say don't drink. God said don't get drunk. That's the difference. This the only cup Imma have tonight. Now tomorrow night, that's a whole different ball game, but I ain't gonna be teaching no word tomorrow night either. But that's not the point. So, you gotta be careful to make if you making demands of somebody, you gotta at least be willing to meet demands. You can't set an expectation and not be willing to meet an expectation. You can't demand a Proverbs 31 woman if you ain't in Ephesians chapter 5 man. Well, you can do it. I don't know if you're gonna get it. If she's anything like me, she gonna look at you and be like, "All right, cool. What you gonna be doing?" A lot of men have gotten into, "Oh, I need a helpmate. Oh, I need a helpmate." What you need help with? And it's always bills. It's always a money thing. Well, if I got to be the provider, what are you going to be doing? Because it is your responsibility as a God fearing man to provide, protect, and profess, which also makes you help you be an Ephesians chapter 5 man. I don't even understand how men can demand such things and have little to offer when it comes to actually leading. And leading does not mean you have to be physical. You have to know how to lead, and I found that a lot of men don't know how to lead. Y'all want to hear that? Y'all want me to go find that verse for y'all too? You have to gently lead a woman because God gave us a mouth and a mind just like he gave y'all. Our help is not necessarily, in this day and age, yeah, it might be financial, but if you screaming and hollering at me Oh, we gotta go 50-50. I'm providing for me. You aren't. So what why should you have any say so in anything if we going 50-50? You're not providing for me. I'm providing for me. If every time I'm with you and it's time to grab something to eat and I gotta buy my own feet, my own food, I'm providing for me. I'm just with you for the time. Oh, she just I guess you tag somebody, V. I ain't mad at it. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to my girl Nevaeh Patterson's Motivational Mondays. I share it all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a shout out. You in here, push, prosper, and flourish. I always share her message. She always putting out positive messages. But y'all gotta understand. I don't know what happened um, with men. I have no idea, and I have ran into it a lot. Oh, let's go 50-50. No, if I'm going 50-50, I'm providing for myself. I don't need you. And if I'm going 50-50, how can you possibly lead me when I have to make decisions or you can't make a move without me? Yeah, we are made to be helpmates of each other, but I don't think they understand what that is. The Bible talks about, you know, loving her like God loved the church. And that's so lost. Men be so caught up in material stuff. They want fancy cars, flashy outfits, just different things. And those things have become the priority for them. I get never being able to do certain things and then you're able to do them. But those materialistic things will be here when you are dead and gone. When you need somebody to be compassionate and to love you and to be there for you and to help take care of you in your olden days, it won't be that car. It won't be the flashy outfit. It won't be the people that you did that to impress. It's going to be that Proverbs 31 woman. You're welcome, babe. Anytime. You know me. You know me. I'm gonna shout you out anytime. So she went ahead and put that in there. So y'all make sure y'all get that push, prosper, flourish. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot more from Miss Patterson. She is also one of the Kinky Model Ambassadors, and I love her so much. Hey, I rock with her because she rocking with me. So I'm always gonna uplift and support her stuff. Y'all know how I get down. If you support me, I'm gonna support you. Even if you don't support me, if you reach out, I still got you. But I just thought it was funny, and I've been trying to get somebody that I know to read Ephesians chapter 5, starting on verse 21, to talk about how a man should love his wife. He should love his wife like God loved the church, and he should love her like he loved himself. And how could you be mean and mistreat somebody that you claim you love, that you want to be your wife or that is your wife? You know what I mean? I'm just letting y'all know. I felt like it was necessary to put this out here because I keep hearing about, oh, I want this kind of woman. Okay, well, you have to be a certain type of man to get that. If you ain't representing what you putting out, why would you have these expectations to receive that from anybody? Yeah, I'm gonna get married again. Watch. Y'all think I'm playing. And whether he want to be an Ephesians 5 man or not, he gonna be. I just think it's funny. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. It's okay to love yourself. I love myself. But you gotta love the other person just like you love yourself. Which means you gotta do unto them like you would do unto yourself. Y'all better get into it. Y'all better get into it. I ain't got no mess to talk tonight. I ain't calling no names. I'm just saying. I have had a couple of conversations with certain men, and it just has been blowing my mind because I always hear about this Proverbs 31 woman. And I even shared a video talking about this a couple of weeks ago where this man, it was I think it might have been a skit or whatever, and his mom stepped in and was telling him he needs to be an Ephesians 5 man. You don't mistreat your wife. God gave you that. God gifted you with her. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. I've even had men be confused about the good thing. You aren't the good thing. You okay, I got it funny. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and it said, "Is it possible that men lie so much that Adam ate the apple and that's why men have an Adam's apple?" It made me laugh. It made me chuckle. Because that's kind of like what I was thinking. So, Dennis, I'm gonna put it. Why is it hard to seek a righteous, holy, intellect woman like you? It's not. It's just that women have gotten so in the mindset that they can't find a good man because, again, a lot of men have slid into their feminine era, and women have been forced to step up and be more masculine and handle things on their own. And you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I know a lot of women like myself. Maybe you know what? Maybe I need to do some kind of virtual dating event, and maybe I can hook y'all up with somebody. I don't know, Dennis. A lot of the women that I know think the exact same way that I do. It's just that we keep running into bum ass dudes, and we're looking for men like you. I don't know. It I don't internet date. I think it's the weirdest thing to meet somebody on the internet. So to meet me, you got to meet me in person because I don't do this Facebook dating, Black Planet dating, Match. I don't do those things. I think they are weird. Not to mention, I remember back in like 2013, um, I lived in Altamont Springs and some people met online. It was two guys. And I don't know if one guy didn't know that the other one was a guy or not, but somebody got killed down the street at the McDonald's for catfishing somebody. So I don't have time for that because if you pop out and I ain't gonna say I might do the same thing, but I don't know. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad because what you see is what you get with me. This is what I look like in real life. There's no filters, there's no makeup. I'm gonna keep my wig slayed because I ain't got the time or the patience to be doing no hair, and my arms get tired from having to. I ain't got time. Put my wig on, let me go. And then I often travel a lot for work, so if I'm popping on planes every week, I ain't got time to be hot curling no hair every morning in no hotel. Y'all better be glad y'all got some waves in this here wig. I ain't got time for all of that. All right, let's see what else we got. Virgil, you got to get you one of us ugly men. That's most of y'all problem. Beauty is only skin deep. Okay? I have dated ugly men before, and them ugly men get beside themselves because they didn't got somebody like me, and then they get beside themselves and start acting a certain way, and a sister like me have to move around. I don't have time for egos. Cause I ain't finna stroke it, rub it, nothing. If anything, I'm just about to douse it out, that flame out with some fire, and Imma move around you. I don't think you have to get an ugly man. I think you just have to get a God-fearing one, and that is far and few. People be on here, thank the Lord, this, that, and the third. It's like, okay, let's go to church. Let's read the Bible. Let's pray together. It has to start when you're dating. It can't start after oh, we wanna get married, and you're doing it just for the sake of doing it. You gotta start practicing these things beforehand, 'kay? Got to. Alright, let's see. I seen that. You saw that? You saw that, V? I know. Nevaeh. Yeah, look, that's my boo, but I can never pronounce her name. Okay? Okay? And I should do it. I should do the speed dating thing. I should. I should. But Kinky got me in the neck hole, in the choke hole. So once the private label finished launching, then men ain't gonna be on here every Tuesday unless something comes up, which is a holiday. Otherwise we on here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and I'm dropping knowledge, I'm sharing information, I'm sharing things that y'all send me in my inbox. Even if I disagree and you send it to me, I'ma still present it and let them folks decide, and you can just, hey, give their opinion. Um, I want to make sure this is a safe space. So when people do give their opinion, my opinion doesn't really matter. What it matters is this is their opinion and we're gonna respect it, but other people are gonna have their opinion about it. So they won't know it's your opinion. They'll just know that, hey, this is the topic. So keep them coming. This one right here is my topic though. I haven't this the first time I didn't pick the topic in a minute. A lot of these topics, y'all, I don't be picking them. I just be putting them out there because they get sent to me. But this one right here, the first one of the year, oh, this one mine. The Ephesians chapter 5, man, verse 21 is what I'm talking about. Why? Because that is what I seek. I want a man that loves me like he loves the church. I want to be that Proverbs 31 woman, but I can't be that. I can't be what you ain't trying to be for you. They got to understand that submission goes both ways. It clearly says in verse 21, submitting yourselves to one another in the fear of God. That don't mean we hooking up. That mean we're submitting to each other. That's submission. That means we're giving in to each other. Not I'm giving in to you so you can tell me what to do. That ain't how that works. And if you've never been married, even if you have, your first marriage won't be like your second one. Y'all better get in y'all word. Y'all really want to make it pop? Get in y'all. Y'all better get in y'all word. Like live dating. Yeah. I should totally do that. I wonder how many people will participate. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that in May because I got to get kinky word past April. After April, yeah, but maybe we can do that in May. Maybe I should start planning and promoting that. Hmm. So Dennis, my date is the church. Talk to me a little bit. Your date is the church. So you gonna take your date to church, or your date is the church? Talk to me. Tell me what you mean. And Navia says, heavy on the pray together. Right. Like dude I was talking to, right? We would pray together. I can't I hadn't been able to get him to pray. He stopped wanting to pray. And the reason why he stopped is because he kept telling me about all these verses in the Bible, like Proverbs 31. And I seriously address those with things like Ephesians 5. And I don't think he could handle that because you can't argue with me after that because you got I want to da 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 da. Like one day we was having a conversation and you don't do this and you don't do that and you don't this, sir. You don't protect, provide, or profess. Y'all, his response was, "Oh, so you gonna use that? You damn right, I'm gonna use it. You're damn right, gonna use it because it suits the purpose." Um, yes, we are, ma'am. We gonna talk about it. Call me tomorrow. Call me tomorrow. We need to talk anyway. Call me tomorrow. Dennis says yes. Dennis, I asked two questions. What was the answer? That your date is the church, or you want to take your date to church? I ain't mad at either. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at either coincidence. So tell me what you mean. Which one is it? My date is church. That's my mama back there. I thank y'all. She told me, yeah, that's me. I, I just heard some stuff moving. I can't see the green screen. I know y'all ain't here, but I heard. I was like, what is I thought it was my grandbaby back there digging out toys. I wasn't sure. But anyway, all right. So I think I should do like speed dating. Um I have a meeting from 4 to 4:30. So anytime that is not between 4 and 4:30, I'm good with. Just call me anytime. I thank you for volunteering to assist. Anyway, y'all, I felt the need to get on here and speak on that because I know he may watch. I know a couple they see what they don't do is they don't come watch live. They'll come back and watch the replay. So let me give some shout out. Jesse Dawes, mom, what's up, cuz? J Bossy 595, what it do? Milton Payne, how you doing? Hey, Barbara. Lil Duke, what's up, cuz? How y'all doing? I want to give shout out to the folks over on Instagram. My date with you will be at my church. Your date with who? I don't know you. And I don't meet people on the internet. And I ain't famous and nothing like that, so I can't do a meet and greet and have people come meet me somewhere. But what I can do is a live dating so that y'all can meet. Because there are people who don't mind meeting folks on the internet. They don't. Y'all, Dennis say he finna take me to church. Alfred Street Church. Dennis, I don't even know where you at, dude. You talking about Alfred Street Church on any Sunday? I hear you, Dennis. I hear you. Okay, I got it. What is this Alfred Street Church on any Sunday? I don't be knowing where people be from unless I know you know you. So y'all, Dennis be at the Alfred Street Church on any given Sunday. Y'all can go down there and meet up, and y'all can catch your word down there together. Have a talking to Dennis looking for him somebody that is God fearing and smart. Oh, okay. Dennis is in Old Town in Alexandria, Virginia. I used to work in Alexandria, Virginia. Um, oh God, it's been a long time ago. I used to work in the building across from the Alexandria Mall, which was the building that was across 295 from the Pentagon. I left, moved back to Florida right like a couple of months before 2011 they bombed the plane crashed into the Pentagon. So yeah. So if y'all in Old Town, I'm assuming he's saying Alexandria, Virginia, because Alex, I don't know what Alex, Virginia is, but Alexandria, I do. Um, I frequently go to the DMV. I frequently go to the DMV. I was just there, but I was in Maryland. I was out in La Plata, December 13th through the 17th. My best friend lives there, so I go at least once a year. I went once last year. I wasn't happy about that, but I wasn't well. My vitamin D was killing me, literally. So yeah, I know. Not Alfred Street. I'm trying to remember where that is because I'm very familiar with the area. I still drive around up there. But anyway, Nevaeh think it's funny. Oh my God. Hot mess. Somebody messaged me on Facebook. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna have to block some folks because I don't know why people send me good morning messages in my inbox. Hey, I get paid to engage on Facebook. So inboxing me good morning is only gonna piss me off. You better go say good morning on that good morning post. Because I will block you for him jumping in my inbox with good morning. I need my check to be big. I don't need my inbox to be busy. Not the same. Anyway, y'all, make sure that y'all eh, w- you gotta keep things interesting in your relationship. Um, I want y'all to know that. So don't be afraid to 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 do that. So excuse me, when y'all get a chance, I need for y'all to slide over to excuse me, I need y'all to slide over to Kinky with Kizzy. Right now, it's free shipping through it says January 9th, but it's actually January 10th. So go over there, y'all. Go on over there and get y'all some of this here kinky lingerie. This is the private label. This is my label. So go and get y'all some. Ladies, we got some all the way up to 6X. Go on and dive into that plus size collection. The Valentine's Day collection is up. Go check it out. Free shipping. Oh God, that's the wrong button, y'all. I'm about to end the darn live. All right, so then it says you is so real. I am. I have always been. I don't know how to be anything else but who I am. I'm a straight shooter, straight from the hip. Don't get my timing wrong though, because I'm a Cancer. I have a very, very big heart, but don't make me crash out because cancers, there is no gray side. There's no gray area. It's either black or white. Either you is or you ain't. And we can go from is to ain't in point 0.00001 seconds. And once we ain't, we ain't. We are some of the sweetest people. As long as you good to us, we are good to you. We are the nurturers of the zodiac sign. So we will give you 1,000 chances before we leave you. So be good to a Cancer. Because once that person is off you, they off you. All right. She say, I'm sorry, I don't. If it's you or him, y'all funny. I'm over here cracking up. Wait, girl, it might be me. You know, I should have been a comedian too. I should have been a comedian too. Thank you, Dennis. God bless you too. So, Dennis, Kate, I'm going to do a speed dating, and because I come to Maryland often, I do know people in the DMV. I know a lot of people. I used to live there. I frequently come back. Like I just said, I just got back December 17th, and I plan on going again in the spring. But I go every December because my best friend has an ugly Christmas sweater party. But listen here, y'all got to be mindful of. You got to be willing to put in to the relationship what you want to get out of it. It's it's that simple. You can't want all of this out of a relationship if you're not willing to put all of that into it. Just make sure you're doing it with the right one because people play. These heifers be playing too. Fellas, I understand. I keep telling y'all, I know it ain't all of y'all. It's some of these hoes too. I'm just saying. I don't care who don't like it. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I ain't scared of y'all. I'm grown. Dennis, you need some silk boxers. I'm gonna tell you, you know what, Dennis? I literally, I'm going through the inventory, and it's funny that you say that because I'm going through the inventory for kinky, and I stumbled. I didn't realize I had these in the inventory. Realize I had in the inventory, but I got some men's satin pajama pants, long pajama bottoms with the drawstring, medium through 3XL. And I did run across some boxers today. They are not up on the website as of yet, but guess what? It won't. If I must put them up today or tomorrow, I will. It's not that big of a deal. It's just that I'm working on the Valentine collection and the first quarter set of Kinky Lingerie Privates label. You guys will get a new rotation every quarter. I got a lot of inventory. Y'all gonna get some swimsuit covers up, you know? Yeah, I should have been. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to go to improv one night and just tell jokes. I don't even have no jokes. I just be talking. Then it say you need some silk boxes if I have 'em. I got some satin ones. Um, and this stuff is really good quality because I have pieces from my private label, which is why the private label didn't come out first. I do have a vendor that I use, G World Intimates. Them some kinky outfits. You know, if you want her to be your stripper, get her some of the G World Intimates off of the website. But if you want her to be a little bit of everything, get her some kinky lingerie private label. I love lingerie. My label represents the type of lingerie that I like. Um, one of these days, I'm gonna go and do my favorite picks and like pick like maybe 3, 4 outfits or whatever, and put them up on the site like Kizzy's picks for the week or whatever the case may be. I'm probably gonna end up doing that, but yeah, you live in Alexandria. See, I knew it. Alexandria, Virginia, in Old Town. Okay, I'm very familiar. I'm sure I do have people who occasionally watch in Maryland too. Um, but yeah, Dennis. By the way, that message right there is for you. You can use her QR code when they go up. Go follow her page. She will post. She has posted her QR code. If you use their QR codes from one of the model ambassadors, which she is, you get a discount. I don't remember what the discount is. Okay, right now, if you go shop, it is free shipping, and you can use either her QR code or the one that's on the website. You can combine these two discounts. Free shipping is only going to last until January 10th, which I need to update the flyer. But y'all, got a text message. And as you can see, I blushed. I'll text him back in 4 minutes. Um, but y'all be diligent. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful. Be impactful. Do it on purpose. I mean, do things with purpose. You're welcome, Dennis. Dennis says he needs. They. You can. I'll put. You know what? I'll go ahead and throw some men's stuff up on there. Like it's not a whole lot of men's stuff. Cause y'all, when I purchased the inventory, I thought I was just getting lingerie. I got bodycon dresses, bathing suits, men's loungewear. What else did I get? Corsets, all sorts of stuff. Oh, I got adult costumes for role play, honey. I didn't know. I didn't know that was part of the package. There's jumpsuits, long dresses, short dresses, mini dresses, push-up bras, demi bras, bralettes, tutu skirts. Honey, I had no idea what I was getting when I did this purchase. Um, but yeah, there's some men's stuff. It's not a whole lot of look. I didn't realize I was getting waist trainers, body shapers, body stockings. I didn't know. I ain't mad about it though. Men's underwear. Look, I don't know if you want these. These say, let me see. This is some of the men's stuff. Low waist shorts, boxers for men, sexy. Oh, look, I don't know now. I, I'm gonna just put these up. Y'all go. Y'all just go check them out. They come in an assortment of colors. Um, man's fox leather boy short goes up to a 6L. So there's some plus size and stuff on here too, but most of the men's stuff go all the way up to an extra large. One, two, three. Several of them go beyond that. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to provide for the masses of all shapes and sizes because I believe in inclusion, and I know everybody doesn't come in my size. So yeah. Mhm. Mhm. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll release the men's stuff at some point. I just don't know when. It's 7:59. We have come to the end of our hour. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want a good woman, he need to be in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21 through 29. Man. Ladies, ain't nothing wrong with being a Proverbs 31 woman. You just got to be mindful of who you be that Proverbs 31 woman too. Because if he ain't ready to be an Ephesians 5 man, baby, you might be wasting your time. I know people stay in a relationship for 10 years and don't get me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's not happening. Anyway, it is always my pleasure to come to y'all. Thank y'all for sitting in on the first episode of the year, the first Tuesday of 2025. The best is yet to come. Man, amen. And it has a whole lot of stuff going on. Y'all make sure y'all catch this segment third Wednesday of the month on WOKB Radio, Peace on the Streets with Chester Moore, the Prince of the South. Y'all can listen online at WOKBradio.com. You can listen online at peaceonthestreets.com. A lot of the times, if like I went to the studio no, I think it was November, maybe October. I know that they stream live in the studio during the show, so I'll try to remember to share me stuff. But y'all know what I always say: be good or be good at it, but don't get caught. Love and light. I'm out. Bye.